happy? I hope you're all happy and you're all excited to listen. Okay. Students, in our previous class, what did we learn? We studied about a little boy who is called as Thambi in that village. What is the name of that village? The name of the village is Malgudi. What is the age of that little boy, Thambi? 12 years old. Am I right? Okay. And who is the reporter in that village? Thambi is the reporter in that village. Why we are saying he is the reporter? Every day he will listen to the radio and he will inform about the important news to his family members and to his neighbors. And now recently, what is the important and hot news he reported to his neighbors? It is the conquest of the Mount Everest. Did his villagers believe that news? No. At first they didn't believe the news that Mount Everest was conquered. And now he is giving more information about the conquest of Mount Everest. Later, people started to believe that news. Who are the person first climbed on the top of the hill, top of the Mount Everest? Very good. Hillary and Tenzing. They are from New Zealand. Okay, they are the mountaineers. They first climbed to the top in the year 1952. So at first people, they did not believe this fact, but later they realized. Okay. Till this we have seen in our previous class. Now let's see what happened next. Are you all ready for our today's class, students? Now take your textbook, take page number 90. Take page number 90. How do you know all this, boy? It was only yesterday that we heard that the assault was to be given up. So these elders are asking so many questions to this little boy to make it clear whether the news is truth or not. So they are asking, how do you know all this information? He reported to them that Hillary and Tenzing, they have achieved, they reached the top of the hill, top of the Mount Everest. So he is giving all this additional information, but still these elders are finding it as a difficult truth. And they are inquiring about this. And they are saying that it was only yesterday that they heard that the assault was to be given up. What is meant by assault here? The dangerous attempt to scale Everest. So, people who are taking the measurement or who are scaling the Everest, the height of the Everest, they were telling that it is very difficult and it is very dangerous to scale the Mount Everest. We cannot measure the height. We cannot measure the height of this mountain. So they give up that attempt. They didn't try to take the height or measure the height of the Mount Everest. They give up this action. They give up this attempt. Now you are saying that people have achieved or people have reached the top of the mountain. How is it possible? Then, but there it is, said the boy triumphantly. Triumphantly means successfully, or triumph means victory. Hillary and Tenzing, the elders, took in the news with a sort of glooming acceptance. Now this boy is saying, I am telling the truth, successfully 2 people have done this. Who are they? Hillary and Tenzing. They have achieved, they attempted, they tried and they achieved, they succeed. Now they reached the top of the mountain. Now the elders, they accepted it half-mindedly. This was a piece of news for which the world had waited for a century or more, and now, instead of arriving in a spectacular manner with the fanfare of trumpets, it was reaching them through Thambi, the habitual purveyor of news tidbits. So Hillary and Tenzing, they are the first persons who reached the top of the Mount Everest. For more than a century, people have been waiting for this moment, waiting for this time, because still now many people tried to reach the top, but they failed. Now these Hillary and Tenzing, they proved that we can reach the top of the Mount Everest. Before, people were scared to measure or scale the height of Mount Everest, but now two people have done. They were succeed in their action. The habitual purveyor of news tidbits. Purveyor means here one who supplies something. Here who is supplying the news, who is reporting the news? Thambi. So who is the purveyor here? Thambi is the purveyor. Here he is informing the news tidbits, short, small news headlines. He is informing the important events to his family members as well as to his elders. Soon they had to accept it for a fact. Now this happened in the year 1953. The story also sets around 1950s. So in future, people will slowly accept this fact that Mount Everest was conquered. For the rest of the day, they were bandying about expressions such as whim and call. No two persons agreeing on the definition of these expressions or their origin. At first, they didn't accept this fact, and later on, they have to accept it because this is the fact. Alright. And this whim and call is nothing but a steep-sided hollow at the head of a valley or on a mountain side. Call the lowest point between two mountain peaks. They are saying they were bandying. What is meant by bandying? Arguing about the expression such as how the tip of the mountain looks like. Tip of the Mount Everest is so peak, so it's difficult to climb up. Next paragraph. Their reactions were interesting to watch. This little boy is watching how do they react while arguing. What is their facial expression? Somehow, there was a general sense of disappointment at the fact that the Everest had been conquered. So now they are disappointed. Why? Till this time or till 1953, there was a belief that nobody can reach the top of the Mount Everest, but now two people have achieved this. So this news, this fact is unbelievable and it is disappointing these elders. It would have been so nice to have left the Everest as an unassailable part of the earth. What is meant by unassailable? That which cannot be defeated. Till 1953, till this Hillary and Tenzing, till they reached the top of the mountain, Mount Everest, it was an undefeated part of the earth. Now, humans have reached that destiny also. So they are telling that it would have been better, it would have been so nice if nobody have reached the top of the Mount Everest. Then that place would be called as an undefeated or unassailable part of the earth. Now it is a common thing. Said one, it is not good to think that human beings have conquered everything under the sun. It does a lot of good to the human spirit to feel that there are still many things beyond our reach. human beings should not become so proud. Now, one of the elders there, he is saying that it sounds, it is not good, as people have reached or people have conquered everything under the sun. It doesn't look good. And he is also saying that there are places or there are things which people cannot attain, or it is beyond human thoughts, or it is beyond human beings. Okay. Next. Said an enthusiast, a masterpiece of planning. It restores one's faith in human endeavor. Now, one of the elders there in the village, he is saying that it's a master plan. They have planned and they execute it. Now they have restored, they replaces the faith in human action, because till that time, till 1950s, people believed that it's impossible to reach the top of the Mount Everest, which means human cannot do that. Human cannot reach, human cannot climb on the peak of the Mount Everest. Now they have reached. This proves that the action or the work done by human beings is replaced. They are replacing now. Clear-headed planning is the most difficult thing to achieve. I challenge anyone here to plan a journey to Tirupati and get through without having to alter it half a dozen times on the way. Now this person is giving a challenge to others that plan a journey to Tirupati. Where is Tirupati? It is also a hill area. And get through means manage to finish your work without having to alter it half a dozen times on the way. So if you are planning to go to Tirupati and at the same time you are doing your duties properly, half a dozen means within 6 hours. Is it possible? He is asking. Next, another person is saying, it depends, said another. It depends on starting the whole thing at the right moment from an astrologer's point of view. What is meant by astrology? What is meant by astrology? Astrology in our mother tongue we used to say it is Jyotidam. So the person, astrology means the influence of stars like sun, moon and other stars upon human event. So if we start the day, if we start our activities or any work by consulting with an astrologer, shall I start this particular work at this moment? If we ask them, so if you want to start a good thing, if you want to achieve something, ask the astrologer. This is the point of view of one of the villages there. The secret of success lies in getting hold of the horoscope of the persons concerned and fixing the time accordingly. So if I am doing the work, this person is saying the people who are going to start a work, they should consult the astrologer, they should hand over their horoscope to this astrologer, then they will set a right time for them to begin. If they follow that time and if they did their work on that particular time, they can achieve. If it is done accurately, it will solve 90% of the difficulties of any undertaking. So it is their belief. In Hindu mythology, people usually believe this astrology and horoscope. Okay, so these people are believing that if we consult the astrologer and if we do the work based on the right time which is there in the horoscope, then that work will be successful. Come to next page. And so, no marks for preparation. Knowledge study, and scientific application, and so forth. So another person is asking, if we are depending on the astrology or if you are depending on the horoscope, there is no purpose or there is no use of preparation, knowledge, studying, scientific application, nothing. If you are following the astrologer's suggestion based on your horoscope, you are not studying anything, can you get pass marks? No. If you are not practicing the dance, you are depending on the astrology as well as on the horoscope, can you perform a dance well? No. So we need more preparation, we need practice, we need to study, we need more knowledge. So this person is asking, is that astrology and horoscope is enough to achieve anything? No. Even a study becomes successful only when it is begun at the right moment. So another person is saying, okay, I agree with your point, but still if we want to achieve anything, we need to begin it based on the horoscope. We should start it at the right moment. I am sure they must have avoided Rahu Kalam and other inauspicious moments while beginning there. So nobody will start any work in the Rahu Kalam. What is meant by Rahu Kalam? A part of the day considered unlucky according to superstition. This is a superstitious belief. Listening to the astrologer and work based on the horoscope is a kind of superstitious belief. So this person is saying nobody will start any work in the Rahu Kalam. If they start the work at the right moment, surely they will succeed. I am going to write to Colonel Hunt. It is not colonel, it is Colonel. Colonel Hunt to send the horoscopes of the members of the expedition and also tell me the exact hour at which they started their preparations. So one of the elders is saying that I'll write a letter to Colonel Hunt to know more about this Hillary and Tenzing, and he is asking their horoscope and the time when they began their journey, began their expedition. So this person might be an astrologer, so he is saying that I will write a letter to Colonel Hunt to send the horoscope of Hillary and Tenzing, and also he'll ask about the time when they start their expedition. Astrology is also a great science, sir. So he is saying that astrology is also science. Next, now they have made a start, begin another. I believe going to the Everest will become common. Now another person is saying hereafter people will go to Everest just like going to Kanyakumari, just like going to Taj Mahal. Okay, so it will become a tourist place or tourist. People will travel as usual, as a common thing. Till that time people believed that it was impossible. Now people proved that it is possible to reach the top of the Mount Everest. So hereafter people will go to the Mount Everest as a common thing, just like a tourist spot. It may almost become a holiday resort. It will change into a holiday resort. It is going to be difficult to come across a person who has not had a holiday on the Everest. This sentence shows that hereafter each and every human being, just like a common thing, just like visiting a temple, just like visiting any nearby tourist spot, people will go and visit and conquer the Mount Everest. With so much eyes, said another, with a business temperament. What is meant by temperament? A way of behaving. Suppose they find some means of quarrying all that ice and sending it down, it would revolutionize the cold storage industry completely. Cold storage industries refers to the preservatives. Okay, preservative industries. So this one person or one of the villages there, saying that people who conquered or people who reach the Mount Everest, top of the Mount Everest, they will find snow there. They will find snow. Mount Everest is completely filled with snow. So they will try to quarry, they will try to dig it. Digging. You all know what is meant by digging, right? So digging the snow, and they will send it down. They will take it down to the land, and what will happen, it will change the cold storage industry. So in cold storage industry they are using air conditioners and refrigerators, but now if we are getting the natural snow, then what is the use of keeping air conditioners and refrigerators? We can keep everything, we can preserve everything by using snow which is taken from the Mount Everest. So it looks funny. This shows that during 1950s, air conditioning industries and refrigeration was popular. At that time, only people started to use air conditioners and refrigerators. Okay. In the end, it may become necessary to find some other employment for the members now attached to the refrigeration and air conditioning industries. If they take snow from the top, from the Mount Everest, there is no use of running air conditioning industries and refrigeration. So those people who are working as employees in these industries, they have to find a new job. Okay, next page. Further discussion on this subject was stopped when Thambi burst into the room in his usual lightning manner with the announcement. Now, till this moment, people were discussing, they are arguing about the fact that two persons, Hillary and Tenzing, they reached the top of the Mount Everest. Now this boy is rushing into the room with another news, and now he is saying that my friend's father, who had gone hunting last night, it seems, has bagged 5 tigers simultaneously. Now this boy is reporting another news that one of his friend's father, he had gone hunting last night. And he bagged, what is meant by bagged? He captured or he arrested, he captured or he hunt. He captured 5 tigers simultaneously. Is this a believable news? It's unbelievable, right? So till now people were discussing about the news regarding the Mount Everest, the conquest of the Mount Everest. Now this boy is coming and is reporting another news that his friend's father had gone for hunting and he captured 5 tigers at a time. So thus the story ends. Will you all read the text again, students? Students, I hope you are all thorough with the story, Everest reactions. See you all in the next class with another topic. Until, take care. Thank you.